I keep forgetting there's no countdown here, but Reddit on Wiki live from Toronto is tomorrow night, baby.
Woo!
But first, let's talk assholes. Reddit on Wiki starts right now.
Therapy.
What is up, Wikimaniacs, and welcome to another Am I the Asshole episode. I'm your host today, the Punny Pinoy John. Joined with me, as usual, are my boys, Josh and Sean. What's up, fellas?
What's going on? As this episode comes out, we're going to be all together.
Whoa.
Reunited, and it feels so good.
When this comes out, we will be working to film. We will be filming and recording more content for you guys.
It might be lunchtime when this comes out.
That's
So-
true. Oh, yeah, the hour. The time
Yeah.
difference.
So we'll be maybe eating a good meal.
See if
Scarfing
you can
something
find
down
us.
and then go to work. Yes. See if you can find us somewhere in Toronto.
Hell yeah. The recording after our lunch will be
Very
just
lethargic.
very lethargic. Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm excited to see everyone tomorrow and a little nervous. Not going to lie.
I'm a little, I don't know. When we had the two fans at the Houston show at the meet and greet, I was a little shy. I'm not going to lie. It's
Which surprises me about you, Sean.
Yeah, I
You're a
don't know. It's-
performer.
on stage. I'm dancing. I'm not talking to nobody.
You just seem like a more outgoing person.
That's true.
I think I'm outgoing whenever it's like, just because when I feel like it's a meet and greet, I'm like, are there expectations? Because I hope you don't have any. It's,
I'm
Yeah.
just a guy.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm extroverted when I have zero attention on me,
Yeah. Okay. Fair
if
enough.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. I get that.
I'm not gonna lie. When the spotlight is at its brightest, that's when I turn it
You
up
shine,
a little bit
brother.
more.
Whoa, thank God. 'Cause
One of us,
Yeah,
one
me
of
and
us
Josh
has
will
to
be shy.
we'll be up there.
This is practice from all the time that Julia has forced me to go on stage to perform to make her laugh. So I'm like, you know
True.
what? I'll do it.
I mean, it is classic Filipino for, us to be raised to be like, all right, go on stage, do something,
Yep, it's true.
entertain everybody. All right.
I think the last time I was on stage, I was Rudolph in my kindergarten play.
Whoa.
Hey,
Your band never played anything? Y'all never did a live show?
No. Oh, you mean like my garage band?
Yeah, your garage
No.
band. Oh, okay.
No, we performed for ourselves.
Hell
I
yeah.
was
still
most-
want to see that someday.
One of my whole bandmates will be at the live show. So,
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna ask him questions.
hell yeah.
There's a YouTube video of me from when I was in a band in high school on YouTube.
We got to find that. Wikimaniacs
We gotta find this. We gotta play it in one of our lives or something.
Damn.
No.
That
Maybe
was
for the $15 live.
no, the live show, actually. We'll play it behind us or something.
Good thing we don't
Yeah.
have a screen there, huh?
Joke's on you. We just reached out to Michael and we do have another
Wow.
screen.
Yeah.
But super excited to see you guys and really excited to see all the Wikimaniacs as well. It's going to be a fun-filled night. And we're going to do a lot of stories and we're going to do a meet and greet afterwards. It's going to be as interactive as possible. So please, if you're there, enjoy the show because I'm pretty sure we're going to enjoy ourselves as well. But before we get started, boys, any announcement before we get the story or get the episode started?
Yeah, if you are going to the live show, check your email because we send some, FAQs about the venue that you will need to know before going. So check that out. If not, go to the Eventbrite page and check it out. So you know what's going on. And also be sure to bring your ticket because we won't let you in unless you have your ticket.
Also, we're going to figure out how to do the merch thing in an organized way. But I have a list. I have the names. I have the sizes. I have the ticket numbers. So, whenever you walk in, I don't know where we're going to be set up, but it'll be in an obvious spot where you can go and get your merch that you paid for. Also, if you filled out the PayPal and the Google form but did not pay on the PayPal, I hate to say it, you are not getting merch. I sent 2 to 3 emails for the people that, didn't pay. I sent them individual emails just to make sure. Really sorry if you didn't get a shirt. I tried my best to make it, to give as much notice as I could.
Yeah, I have a hard time blaming them because it was the most confusing process.
Yeah. This is our first live show, and I made people fill out multiple forms. But could we have just done just the PayPal? Probably, maybe. More than likely, to be honest. But it'll be easy for me because I'll have all the names, I'll have all the ticket numbers, I'll have all the shirt sizes.
You live and learn.
But yeah, if excited for everybody to get their merch. Also, speaking of merch, while we're talking about it, the merch store is still open. Everything that we've ever done is online now. And to be quite honest, people have been requesting stuff on Discord. I think I've gotten and added all of it. If you have any other requests, feel free to hit me up on Discord. And I will see what I could do. No promises, but I promise to do my best. So I guess there's one promise.
That is a promise.
All right, boys. Ready to get the episode started today?
Let's do it.
All right. First story of the day. This one was posted by Diamond Own 8686.
Diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Diamond.
The title for the story is, Am I the asshole for not making my daughter-in-law coffee and telling her I am not a barista?
Sure seems like you could have just made her coffee. I mean,
I guess if she's asking every day.
I mean, yeah.
Could be
if
a
she's
lot.
like living with you and she's like, where's my coffee, woman? Then yeah, it's kind of like, all
Make me a
right.
goddamn coffee.
But if you just made yourself a coffee one time and she was like, oh, that looks good.
And then you
the
snapped
coffee,
on her.
right? Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I'll go not the asshole.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine someone snapping off one request, so I'll go.
Well,
not
I
the
can,
asshole.
but I'm hoping.
You'd be surprised. People do be snapping sometimes. All right. Story goes as this. My son and daughter-in-law, we'll call her Emily, are staying in our home probably for the next month due to water damage in their home. The company is fixing the damage, but the flooring was damaged, so it's not very livable right now. They have only been here less than a week, and I am having an issue. I work nights, and I come back home around 6:30 in the morning and then go to bed. My husband is usually up, so I make him a coffee/breakfast before I turn in. It's just something I like to do, more quality time before he heads to work. I asked my son and Emily if they would also like coffee or breakfast before they go to work. They said no to food, but yes to coffee. That was easy, and I just made 2 extra cups. I asked them to tell me if they want me to change how to make their coffee. I thought they would just tell me use this cream or if they have a preference on blend. Emily texted me last night and said she left instructions for the coffee. This morning, I came home to a very detailed instructions how to make a complex coffee. It was like a Starbucks drink. She wanted foam milk on top, different syrups, a specific coffee bean, and a different brewing method.
She's me for real.
That's also me like, is your coffee bean 85 points enough? Because if not, then it's okay. I don't want it.
Okay, I'm not that. I'm just like, oh, I like a little caramel, you know? I like a little zest in my coffee.
Yeah, I'm a douchebag. Most of the stuff was one the counter. I decided I wasn't doing that and just made the normal coffee. Emily wasn't happy, and we got into an argument before she went to work.
Crazy to get in an argument, right? She did something nice for you. Obviously, she's not gonna fucking do all. She's making a pot of black. You know what I mean?
That's what I imagine.
Fix it how you want it afterwards.
Yeah. What if? I mean, she did open the option, but I mean, be reasonable.
Yeah.
You're insane if you think she's gonna be doing all that.
Yeah, it's like, okay, milk and sugar or something like that, or like no milk, no sugar. Like that's the kind of customization
That's the extent
option.
to the customization. Yeah.
But I think OP should have made that maybe clearer, maybe. But I think it's bold to create a whole instruction list.
I mean, yeah, just context. Like, I just worked a 12-hour shift.
Yeah.
You
And then
expect me
fight
to make
about
a fucking cold foam for you?
Yeah.
You're insane.
I basically told her I'm not a barista and I'm not going to do all that. She told me I shouldn't have offered in the first place if I wouldn't make the coffee to her liking. We left on a sour note. I have been getting texts from my son about not being hospitable, so I'm having trouble sleeping at the moment. Should I just make the coffee and am I the asshole?
No.
I don't think so.
You're
I think-
offering free
Yeah,
logic.
you're doing a nice thing. Like I said, nice of you to do it. When you opened up the customization offer and she came back with a list, I think that's crazy of her to just assume.
Insane.
It's like, just make your own coffee then. You know what I mean?
I mean, this is like the same as like a friend, like before coming over being like, hey, I'm about to stop at the grocery store. Like, can I get you anything? Actually, yeah. Can I get like 5 steaks, some lobster tails? I don't know, a fucking bottle of champagne. Fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah.
And then being mad when they come back with like a bag of chips and being like, Yeah, sorry, I don't know.
Fuck you.
God damn it! Why even ask if I want anything? You broke bitch.
Yeah, it's very entitled of the daughter-in-law, is it?
Yeah, it was daughter-in-law.
To just, assume that like foam, like to make the foam and like the caramels, you have to have all that stuff. It's just like you're assuming a lot right now.
Like if the daughter-in-law prepped all of that shit and had it like in the fridge ready for her to do, I think even then it would still be kind of a reach to ask for it.
Yeah.
But at least that would make sense.
Yeah.
But to have like none of the ingredients, none of the fucking that shit made already, to be like, I want a cold foam from scratch
with a caramel drizzle.
Yeah. Fuck you.
It's like, yeah, I want crazy. That too. But I would never ask anyone to make me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone that just worked 12 hours.
Yeah.
And Reddit agreed with you guys. Reddit deemed not the asshole. Top comment by Strapo commented, if your son's doubling down like that, sounds like it's time for he and his entitled wife to seek new accommodations. To which OP responded, I don't believe this is a kick-out offense. I already sent them the post, so I will not kick them out, maybe if the situation gets worse. So we will have a conversation when everyone is back from work. I need to go to sleep, so thanks everyone that replied. And I haven't seen any other updates to that afterwards, but I mean, it seemed like OP sent this to the daughter-in-law and the son. But I do agree that if the son keeps, berating the mother-in-law of like, hey, why can't you just do this for us, blah, blah, blah. Dude, get your own fucking accommodation.
I mean,
like,
his
they're already
own
doing
mom.
you a solid. Yeah. She's already doing you a solid. You guys are staying, there for a month. She already did the nice thing of like trying to prep you guys something, making sure you guys are accommodated, and the extra stuff that's got to be on you. Like if you want something done, I just think you got to make it yourself and just accept hey, this is like the base coffee flavor that's available. All the other razzle dazzle, you got to do it yourself.
Yeah, we're usually against like men siding with their moms, but in this case, it's like, well, what you're asking for is a little over the top.
A little over the top, yeah.
And it's just like, it's coffee. You know what I mean? It's not like anything insane. It's not like she's allergic to peanut butter and she's feeding her peanut butter or something. It's like,
no one's allergic to peanut butter. They just haven't had enough. They haven't had enough peanut butter.
Right. No, but it's just like, it's a nice extra thing that she's doing for you as a nice gesture because you're living in her house. To expect her to go above and beyond and demand it is fucking crazy.
Which arguably the mom is already doing above and beyond for taking them in the first place. So,
well, I mean, you're doing nice things for family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's nice. It was only a month too. So.
John would not let anybody stand in.
No.
That's a good thing you don't have kids, actually. I think.
That's why it's a conscious choice so we don't have kids, because I'm an asshole like this. All right, next story of the day. This one is posted by Chance Creator. The title is, Am I the asshole for telling my stepdaughter to stop using period products in the bathroom she shares with my teenage sons?
Where the fuck else would she use it?
Where do you want her to do it?
Yeah, you're the asshole. Fucking misogynist. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All right. Story goes as this. I have been living with my new wife and stepdaughter for about 6 months now. She's 19, almost 20, and I have 3 sons aged 18, 16, and 15. She's a really good kid.
Old enough.
They
to
all
know better, right?
They know. They should know.
She's a really good kid, and she's a good influence on my sons. I really enjoy having her around, and my wife and her daughter moved into my house and sold theirs. My stepdaughter's father isn't present in her life, nor is my son's mother. All 4 children share a bathroom. My sons have never lived for a long period of time with a woman, nor have any of them had long-term girlfriends. They had short visitation periods when they were younger, but never longer than an hour, so living with 2 women has been unusual for them. My eldest son, 18, came to me last week and told me that his stepsister disposes of her used sanitary products in the trash can they share, but doesn't use toilet roll or sandwich bags to disguise what they are. And it makes him uncomfortable, which I think is reasonable. My sons,
Is it? I don't think so.
That's a normal bodily
Clearly,
function.
you haven't lived with a woman for very long either, OP.
And it's in the trash. Like, where else do you want that shit to go?
Yeah.
My sons are teenage boys and don't want to see their stepsister's period products on full display. A few nights ago, I went into the kitchen to grab a snack and she was there doing some work for university. My wife had mentioned that she knew she was on her period, so I took it as an opportunity to have a word with her. I told her my sons were uncomfortable and asked her if she'd mind putting her used products in diaper bags or flushing them down the toilet.
You can't.
Wrong, you fucking idiot. You're going to fuck up your toilet.
What the fuck?
She laughed and told me it was rich coming from a man who sheds like a gorilla and has produced 3 skid-marking sons, which I thought was just an unnecessary attack.
You're attacking her first. What the fuck?
Yeah, that toilet better be fucking sparkling the way you're talking.
Oh my God.
I've been nothing but nice to the girl, and it's hardly a comparison. My son shouldn't be... My son shouldn't be subjected to her unhygienic products if it makes them uncomfortable.
How is it unhygienic?
Are they sticking their faces in the garbage? What the fuck?
She went on to lecture me about how tampons can't be flushed and that it's bad for the environment if she uses diaper bags for everyone, which I think is just an excuse. I called her a scruff and told her that this was my house and that what I say goes.
Where's the wife?
I later asked my wife if she could have a word with her and told me I was being ridiculous and that her daughter has had her period for 10 years and knows what she's doing. Yes. When I told her it was making my sons uncomfortable, she said my sons needed to get a grip and turn over and went to sleep.
Yes.
This is a genuine issue to me and she didn't care enough to have a discussion about it. I asked my stepdaughter again in the morning and she did the same as her mother, completely dismissed it.
She didn't want to have a... No, she just didn't capitulate to your fucking weird request. That's all it was. Jesus Christ.
I'm leaving all my shit everywhere. It's no longer going in the trash can.
It's going on the walls.
Your fucking pillow, under your blanket. I'm putting that shit everywhere.
In your boots.
Yeah.
Both of them have told me to stop being so silly, but I don't see how I'm being unreasonable when it makes my sons uncomfortable. So am I the asshole?
Yes. Both of the women who have authority on this issue are saying I'm being silly. But me as a man think that they're wrong and they don't know anything about periods. Am I the asshole? Yes, dumbass. Of course.
Let me tap into my John revenge brain here.
Ooh, let's get it.
I think it's time for the stepdaughter to start free bleeding around the house. I think that's what we got to do here.
You got skid marks all over the toilet seat? Well, guess what? There'll be
blood
blood trails everywhere.
It's so insane that he's just like, oh, my sons are uncomfortable with this.
Then have a conversation with them, right?
Yeah, that's exactly.
This is a normal fucking thing. It happens all the time, dude. Relax.
How about we be parents and teach our children, hey, this is what menstruation is. This is why that's got to go in the trash.
Nothing to be scared of. Nothing to be grossed out about.
Literally nothing.
Normal stuff.
So it's just like, I don't know. Teach your kids. Don't make other people capitulate to their uncomfortability.
I was saying, which is crazy because one of the children is literally old enough to buy cigarettes and go to the casino.
18.
Yeah. And he's the one complaining.
It's no wonder they haven't had girlfriends.
I mean, this is just a classic case of like a dad making, their daughter jump through hoops that their sons don't have to do anything. You know what I mean? It's just, if you have the 2 women in the house telling you it's a period, relax, then you need to fucking relax. Stop trying to fucking make a problem out of nothing. It's only affecting your sons, and the thing that's affecting them is a normal bodily situation. You know what I mean?
Literally. Yeah.
So, and especially the fact that they're fucking leaving fucking skid marks and not cleaning the toilet.
And that's the part that he's not addressing. Like the fucking situation is like the period or the pad is where it's supposed to be in a trash can. Whereas your skid marks are all over the damn toilet that everyone uses. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Right. And the shedding. I don't know what you're shedding or how you're shedding, but apparently you're doing that.
As a hairy man, I understand, but
I have like 2 pieces of chest hair, so I can't relate.
I got 3 hairs on each nipple, and that's as far as chest hair goes.
Well, it's got to keep them warm, right?
That's true. Hey, it's about to be cold in Canada,
especially
my guy. You're going to get
Toronto,
really nippy there.
You're going to see my nip and then 3 stray hairs. Those are thick, dude.
Holy shit. All right. Top comment for this one by Man Without a Plan. They commented, "You're the asshole. Sorry, but what? I'm a guy and realize this is ridiculous. You need to help yourself and your sons become better men and accept that it's a natural process. Are you uncomfortable with your wife's use of the same? I assume not, so teach your sons to be better." Which,
yeah, this user's a man and he doesn't have a plan and he still knows more than you.
Can you believe it?
That's crazy.
And they did provide like a really quick update. And they put, "Not even 2 hours after I posted this, my wife and stepdaughter gathered my sons and I and gave us a full intensive periods for pricks course. PowerPoint,
yeah.
PowerPoint and all. It was a hoot. They made an interactive quiz and everything. My sons and I learned a lot and apologized to my stepdaughter. So thank you for your input."
But the fact that these women had to fucking go through
Make
the
a
effort of
PowerPoint?
making a
Yeah,
PowerPoint
yeah.
and teaching a lesson
Yeah, I think it
is
should
embarrassing for you, sir. Kudos to you on changing your opinion, but also
yeah.
their word should have been enough.
I agree that it's good that you learned and your sons learned. I think you should have been the one heading this.
If anyone's making a PowerPoint, it should have been your ass.
Yeah.
If you're old enough to have a fucking 18, 16, and a 15-year-old and you still get weirded out about this, that's a bigger issue that you need to tackle, my guy.
You've had 2 wives. How is this not a thing you've encountered?
All right, moving on to the next story. This one is posted by KB10131. The title is, "Am I the asshole for telling my mom's boyfriend his son is not my responsibility?"
Mom's boyfriend. No.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're not the asshole.
Okay, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Did I
no.
read that wrong?
It says, "No, you're the asshole." Yeah, you're not the asshole.
I meant, yeah, I understood. My dumbass understood what was going on.
Crazy.
It's like, what do you want? What do you really feel?
What's going on?
I'm on my toes. My 20 male parents divorced when I was 16 and it was messy. I live with my mom now and her boyfriend, Mark, 43, and Mark's son, Liam, 11. I'm in my second year of college, which is in its own special kind of stress with exams and projects. The dynamic is fine. Usually, Mark is okay, but he has a bit of assuming I'm a newly acquired babysitter. Liam is a good kid, but wasn't raised properly, and he's just 11, he's energetic, loud, and is very impersonal and doesn't understand the concept of personal space yet. The issue happened this past Saturday. I had a massive assignment due on Monday morning, and I was planning on spending the entire weekend at my library on campus. On Saturday morning, as I'm packing my bag, Mark comes to me to let me know he and my mom are going away and I need to keep an eye on Liam. I was immediately stressed, so I told him I can't and that I have to go to uni to focus on my uni's work. He waved me off and said it's fine and I should take him along with me to campus and keep him busy on the tablet. Immediately, I was like, fuck no. I'm not taking an 11-year-old kid to my university while I need to focus on a big submission.
Exactly.
You got me fucked up for wanting to take an 11-year-old kid. I said no, trying to be firm, saying that I cannot be responsible for him for an entire day at my uni, and I asked if he couldn't stay at a friend's or at his grandma's or mom's. Mark's face fell and he looked genuinely annoyed. He told me it's just one day and that trying to organize stuff with other parents and family would be too much of a hassle.
Shut
And that-
This is too much of a hassle. You're giving me 0 hours notice,
yeah.
dickhead.
And I have schoolwork to do.
Mark's face fell and he looked genuinely annoyed. He told me it's just one day and that trying to organize stuff with other parents and family would be too much of a hassle and that the least I could do was help out. I couldn't take it honestly, so I snapped. I have been in a lot of under pressure for printing assignments and group work, and that was low-key the last straw. I told him that Liam is his son, not mine. He's not my responsibility. I didn't choose to have a kid when I wasn't ready, and my only obligation is to get my degree and move out. They both went silent for a bit, visibly upset, and after a while, Mark just said it's fine and that I shouldn't bother asking them favors in the future. My mom later that day texted me and said it was disrespectful and hurtful, which I did lose my temper slightly, but I feel like they had no right to try and force Liam as my responsibility so last minute. So am I the asshole for what I said?
Hell no.
No. Was Liam there when they asked?
I don't think so.
They weren't.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that would be tough.
Because
for
I said
Liam
the both of them, so it sounds like just the parents.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this kid, bro.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah, you already had a plan. They didn't come to you like with any, like Sean said, with any notice. Like literally, hey, we're leaving. Here's Liam. I don't care what your plans were for today. See ya. It's like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? It's fucking insane.
You have to ask for. I don't know. I mean, it all depends on the family, but you got to give some fucking notice. You can't just drop your kid off anywhere. Like, it's so disrespectful of other people's time. It's insane.
Exactly.
Just because you live in their house doesn't mean you're the babysitter, the de facto babysitter. They need to ask in advance.
Yeah.
Which they didn't do, and they can't be mad at you when you're like, especially because it's not like, oh yeah, I'm trying to fucking go to the mall and hang with my friends, which also I think would have been fine to be like, no, I already had plans. But this is like actually school. I'm trying to fucking pass. I'm sure you want me out of this bitch as much as I want to get out of here. So why are you hassling me with this? So yeah, no, not the asshole.
Yeah, and Reddit agreed. They deemed not the asshole. Spam breath. That's me every morning, not gonna lie.
That's sexy as fuck.
Smell like all the meats in my mouth. Pause.
Mystery meat, baby.
Ooh. Not the asshole. Be one thing if they had asked in advance and you agreed, but springing in last minute, also followed up by the emotional manipulation of, well, don't ask us any more favors. Hard pass. Not your kid, not your responsibility. Don't feel bad saying no and setting boundaries. Your education has to be the priority and come first. Which, basically what you guys said, yeah.
It's like, I'm in college, like, these are important years where I have to get, learn the stuff that I'm going to go into like the work field with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's important to work on your studies.
Completely agreed. All right. Moving on to the next story. This one is posted by Karma Chameleon 2025.
Karma Chameleon.
The title for the story.
I forgot the rest of the lyrics.
I don't even know the rest of the songs. I just
I don't even know if I sang it properly.
After that line, I'm toast.
The title for this story is, Am I the Asshole for My Reaction Upon Learning Details of My Sister-in-Law's Divorce Settlement?
That's like none of your fucking business, to be honest. I'll say asshole.
I think I will also go asshole, just because I can't imagine why this would be a situation if your reaction was a normal person's reaction.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay. I'm glad to hear the details. Thank you for telling me. That would be a normal reaction.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see how this goes. My wife's sister, Anne, 39 female, has been married to her husband, Barry, 40-ish, for about 15 years. They have 3 kids together. Anne works a high-profile job at an international company. Her job requires to travel a lot, sometimes for weeks at a time. Barry works full-time as well, but he has a work-from-home job which allows him to take care of their kids. Anne's job pays well enough that they can hire out stuff like house cleaning and yard care to take some of the load off Barry when Anne is out of town. I'm not incredibly close with Barry, but he's a good dude, and our kids get along great together. He used to bring the kids over to our house all the time to have them play together. But over the past year or so, that has happened less and less often. And about 4 months ago, I found out why. My wife told me that Barry was filing for divorce from Anne. Last week, Anne came over to our house to visit. My wife asked if I could take the kids out of the house so she and Anne could talk, which I agreed to. When I got home, Anne was still there, and it was clear that their conversation got very emotional. I gave Anna a hug and told her I loved her before she left. My wife filled me in on the details later that night. Apparently, the divorce proceedings were pretty bitter. I won't go into the nitty-gritty, but Barry ended up getting primary custody, child support, alimony, and the house.
Damn.
Anne is in shock, heartbroken, angry, and doesn't understand how any of this happened. I told my wife that this is a crappy situation, and I feel bad for everyone involved, but that Anne probably shouldn't be surprised about the outcome, considering that she hasn't been a very present wife or mother due to her job keeping her away from home so often. That pissed my wife off, and she went off on me, acting like any of this is fair to her sister. I told her that it's not about fairness, just that Anne should be able to look in the mirror and admit that Barry has been more present in their kids' lives than she has. My wife continued defending Anne by saying that she was working to provide for her family. I agreed with her, but stated that there is a cost to having that kind of job and Anne is paying that price right now. My wife accused me of taking Barry's side and I told her that I'm not taking anyone's side. The whole situation sucks and I feel bad for everyone, especially the kids because they're innocent in all of this. I told her I would feel the same exact way if the roles were reversed and Barry had a job that kept him from home so much. My wife again asked me if I think the divorce was fair, and I told her I just think it sucks and it's sad. I told her that I wouldn't wish that situation on anyone and that we should be giving all of them love and grace instead of judgment about fairness. My wife told me I am being an asshole about this. I understand my wife has a sibling obligation to look out for her sister, but I feel my response was level-headed and not taking sides. So am I the asshole?
I would say probably, I don't know, maybe this is a hot take. This is kind of in the middle, but I think, yeah. I think there's a time and a place. I feel like maybe you saw that she was emotional, you know, that this just happened. I don't think now is the time to like slam dunk on the sister, whether you're right or wrong. I'm not saying you are. You could be very much right that like, you know, she's kind of like a deadbeat mom. She kind of just is paying for stuff, which we've slammed people on here for sure.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I don't know. He didn't really explain
the relationship details. Yeah.
Relationship. Just that she was the breadwinner and that the dad would drop off the kids. But like, besides that, I mean, I didn't get like a deadbeat vibe from that. It sounds like also OP maybe doesn't know, like, you know, maybe she drops them off at like activities or is there at like games or shows or whatever. But I just think, you know, time and a place. Your wife is clearly emotional about the situation, you know, because, you know, who knows, she's about to see her nieces and nephews or however many, whatever, like much less. I just think now's not the time to slam dunk, even if maybe you are right. You could be. Again, we don't have details.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think maybe this is a conversation like later on. I think a day one convo, that's a pretty tough ask. And then to like double down and like just like continue to dunk, I don't think it's necessary. You're not really like, she's not going to hear you out right now because again, it's so fresh. So like, what is the point of continuing an argument? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think most of the things you said was fine. I think it was just being like, yeah, she shouldn't be surprised because of like she's away all the time. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know if you need to say that part. You know what I mean? Like you could have just comforted your wife, been there for her, been there for Anne, because they're family. You know what I mean?
It sure seems like a listening moment and not a talking moment.
Yeah, exactly.
know what I mean?
Which is kind of where I'm at, where just like, you know, sometimes logical solutions are asked for and required. Other times it's just like, hey, shut the fuck up and listen. and comfort, you know what I mean? Like there's two different ways to go about that. And I think for the most part, you took the comforting route, but you also just threw in that other part, which I don't think was, you know, necessary. I'm going to go soft asshole just because it's a situation.
I don't think it's egregious.
No, just because it's a situation you were thrusted into. Your wife, obviously high emotions because of what Sean said, you know, not going to see her niece and nephews as often. Her sister's going through it. Like, it's a tough time for everyone. So yeah, I don't think you're incredibly wrong, but I think you went the wrong way about comforting.
Yeah, just wrong time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like I think the subject matter of what you said is, you know, fine. And, you know, that warrants a conversation later for sure. But I don't know. It just feels like not the time.
Not the time and place. And that was kind of what Reddit has a consensus. Actually, they rated this as no assholes here in this situation.
Fair. Yeah.
Which I, from what you guys are saying, I do agree that there's a time and place for everything. I think situationally, dunking on the sister at the moment, especially considering like they just got off that conversation.
Yeah. I don't even think he was trying to dunk necessarily. He was just logically explaining why the court process probably happened that way. But it's like, not the time. You know, this is a
Not the time,
conversation
We need
yeah.
to talk about this right now. Let's just support your wife, right?
months from now once everything's
yeah.
cooled down.
I was gonna say, like, once cooler heads prevail and you have a little bit more information about what happened, more time has passed where like your wife is also not in a heightened stage, because like what you guys are saying, that is also painful to see, because like, all right, what if you're not it sounds like you're not incredibly close with the soon to be ex-husband. You are gonna see your nieces and nephews a lot less, and that's kind of a tough pill to swallow for a lot of aunts and uncles. And so top comment from Tanuki07 kind of encapsulated what you guys were saying. No one's an asshole here. You're not an asshole, but how did you not see this coming? Your wife just had a long emotional convo with her sister, and then they vented to you about it. She wasn't looking for a rational response or analysis on the situation. She was looking to vent. You're not wrong, but you weren't smart about it either. So
Yeah.
exactly kind of where you guys were heading in that direction. But like Sean said it too in the beginning, like we do dunk on those people who are like, all right, well, you did kind of choose your bed where you do work jobs where you are not going to be an active parent, and maybe one partner is not happy about the situation. And I think people can leave for have a divorce for any reason. And it seems like Barry found his reason not to stay with this person because they probably, wasn't
Aren't
feeling
there.
it anymore.
Yeah. Or they're not there all the time, or in the kids' lives much, which is like, that's a whole different conversation outside of the Am I the Asshole question. Because we don't know that relationship. We haven't been described that in detail. So it's a shitty situation for everyone involved, but hopefully it's better for the kids and Barry going forward.
Yeah. It's just basically what's happening here is like, you technically, logically, you're in the right place. You are not doing it in the right time.
Yeah, sometimes you don't need to be logically correct. Just a shoulder to, vent on.
Yeah. All right. Last story for the day. Unless you're a rich, I might have to pick another story if this is a little short. Just giving you guys a heads up. This one was posted by Visible Nature 5464. The title is, "Am I the asshole for taking my niece on vacation after her parents planned one without her?"
No. I also think it's fine for parents to plan trips without their children.
That's true.
Unless they're like, we're going to Disney World.
Yeah, that one's tough. I guess, but then if you were like, we're only doing Epcot and drinking, so.
Right, I guess. Yeah.
But then you would I don't know.
I think it's fine for parents to want to get away.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think that makes you an asshole necessarily, OP.
Yeah, if they're fine with planning the trip without their kid, they should be fine with you planning a trip without them.
I guess unless you take them like out of country without their knowledge, I guess that could be.
Well, I mean, for sure, you have to have parental consent. You can't just be taking your nieces and nephews without.
Just kidnap them for a weekend.
That's
fine.
kidnap,
No big
brother.
deal.
That's a slippery slope there.
I am going to assume that's not the case.
All right. Well, let's see how it goes. My niece, 11, is the youngest child with 4 older brothers. She's also the youngest cousin / grandchild and the only girl. Between that and the fact that she was very sick when she was little, she's a little spoiled by everyone except her parents. When she turned 11, she told her mom she wanted to go on a weekend trip with just her and her mom. Her mom made a big deal about her wanting to exclude her dad and brothers. They refused to do the trip and also didn't plan anything for her birthday, so I took her on her trip myself.
That's crazy.
That is
That
crazy.
was her birthday. She wanted to do that, and they were like,
Yeah.
fuck you, actually. We're not going to do anything now.
Well, Josh, I think you're going to have a bigger reaction after this. Last month was one of her brother's birthdays. He decided that for his birthday, he wanted everyone to go to Mexico except for my niece. Her
Wait, what? Is she Cinderella? What's going on?
That's crazy.
Her parents agreed that it was fair because if she wanted a trip without them, they can get one without her. So,
But she didn't even get that trip. You said no because excluding people is wrong, which, whatever, if that's your parenting style, sure. But then immediately like, no, excluding one person is good to teach them a lesson about exclusion. Okay. What the fuck?
Like Sean's confused.
I think you
right
should
now.
legally adopt your niece.
Yeah.
I don't think they
so
should be
too.
allowed to have her.
They asked me if I could watch her for 10 days. My niece was so upset, I decided to plan a surprise trip for her. I have some clients in Miami, so I arranged for us to go there for 5 days, drive up to Orlando for 3 days, then fly to New York for 2 days, where I also had to get some work done. It was technically a work trip, but I was able to plan a lot of fun outings for my niece. Just before their trip to Mexico, I told my niece's parents that I had to be in Florida and New York for work during their trip, but I could take her with me. Since it was so last minute, they had to agree as they didn't have any other childcare and couldn't miss their trip. She had a blast. We spent a day in Disney World, went to 2 Broadway shows, spent most of our time in Florida on the beach, did a lot of shopping, got room service for the first time, and our tickets were upgraded so we flew first class on our way home.
Oh,
yes.
Her parents are mad that I spoiled her and undermined them so I don't get to see her as much as I used to. And they're going around telling extended family that I took their kid across the country without permission because I was upset about her being punished for being rude. So am I the asshole?
I don't know if child services should be involved.
But yeah, I feel like they should be, right? This is weird.
I don't
feel
know
like
if this falls under that, but it feels like abuse.
Is the rest of the family like not like, yeah, she deserved that because you guys are weird and planned a whole
neglect your
Mexico
kid.
trip
Yes.
with everybody
Yeah.
but your daughter.
It's also not like you did anything. Like you were going on this trip anyway. It's like, would they expect her just to stay in the hotel room for the whole fucking trip? Like, what the hell?
Also, they okayed it. So
Yeah, they're just like, oh, because, and plus asking someone to watch your kid for 12 days, I guarantee you they didn't even give them anything to like fucking, oh, make sure like, here's a couple, like, you know, here's some money to make sure my kid is good or like, here's
Well,
everything
yeah,
they need.
better.
They probably just pawned her off like, yeah, you can have her. I don't give a shit.
I don't know, feed her dog food or something. We don't care about that one. Like that's what it feels like.
crazy.
Oh,
These
boy.
parents should, not have this child.
Yeah, I feel like you should adopt that kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Because going back to the original issue, it's like we've talked about this before where it's like it's one thing if the parents are wanting to exclude like based on gender or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounded like the daughter just wanted to go on a mother-daughter like trip somewhere for her birthday. Completely reasonable ask, I think, in my opinion. And then
Also, as a mother, how could you not like, as a parent, how
want
could you
to.
not be stoked
Yeah.
to do like a one-on-one with your kid somewhere?
Exactly. I think that's healthy to have one-on-one time with your kids. And then for you to immediately, like the next month or whatever it is, for the son's birthday to be like, fuck you, we're leaving you. Going to Mexico. See ya. 12 days.
Only because you had the idea of doing this.
And you better not have fun. What the fuck?
Can you believe this bitch went to fucking Disney World? She went to New York and flew first class. Oh, the audacity of her to have fucking enjoying her life while we left her by
I hope
herself.
it rained
And
in
we,
Mexico the whole time y'all were there. I
hope y'all-
all the excursions got canceled. I hope you had
Ooh.
a terrible time.
I hope they got kidnapped. All of them.
Whoa.
hey, yo, chill. I hope like if you guys had to take a fucking boat tender to any of your excursions, that it was the choppiest water that you've ever had to endure.
I hope they lost their passports. Couldn't get back in.
Went in the shredder like New Girl.
I'm so mad at these parents. I fucking hate them.
Top comment, Weeder Wabbit commented, so she asked for a trip with mom alone. They said, no, it's mean to brothers. But when brother wants a trip without her, it's fine because she had dared to ask for a trip without siblings. What sort of mind-bending parents does this poor girl? Not the asshole. You're a wonderful person to look out for her. And then No Song 4931 asked a question. Can you just keep her? It seems like her parents don't even like her, so maybe she can just live with you from now on.
That's what I'm saying.
To which OP responded, I want to, but her parents won't just give her to me.
Well, I think they would.
It sure sounds like they want to get rid of her. So
But then who would we abuse in our own household, Sean? That's the question.
Yeah, well,
Jail.
jail. Some parents don't deserve to have kids, in my opinion, especially asshole parents like this.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right. One more story before we head to our Patreon and
Whoa.
YouTube members section. And if you want 2 bonus stories, head on over to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network or hit that join button on YouTube. All the links are going to be in the show notes. But
Oh, yeah.
this one is posted by This Is Real, This Is Me. Shout out Demi Lovato. This one is titled, Am I the Asshole for Being Chronically Late to Group Outings?
No.
I knew that'd be it.
Is this
I'm gonna say
Sean?
yes.
This is real. This is me.
Man, so many lyrics this episode.
I know.
crazy.
That wasn't planned.
Should we just do karaoke?
I mean,
Yeah, I think you're the asshole. This is crazy.
Sean immediately like, this is fine.
Nah, you're good.
It's okay. All right. Story goes as this. Last Friday, my coworker Mel invited me and other two coworkers, Ava and Chris, to a hangout at her house for her birthday. Ava couldn't make it, and I had a tattoo appointment that afternoon, which was planned before I was invited to Mel's. I told her I might not be able to come depending on how long the appointment took, but I would try to be there. She said she hoped I could make it. I was exhausted from work by the time I got to the tattoo shop, so I texted Mel that I was tired and was going home after a tattoo. We had already celebrated her birthday at work, so I didn't think it was a big deal to skip this one. I received a text message from Mel late Saturday saying she was upset I didn't come over because she has been missing her friends. I apologized and we worked things out between us. Chris texted me Sunday night and she said her and Mel were very upset I didn't come and she was uninviting me from her birthday trip and that she wants space from our friendship. We texted back and forth a few times, but this is a summary. I said I would like to talk to her in person. She said she was not ready to speak to me yet, and Sunday made her realize all the times I have been late or didn't go through with plans. These are the examples she listed. Number 1, being late to a festival. They put, this was on my birthday and I was 45 minutes late. We were meeting up with 5 other people and I was not the last one there. She also drove there with Ava, so she was not waiting alone.
Not the asshole for that one. It's your birthday.
Yeah, I think,
Please.
I think the birthday is the only thing that gets you out of that one, though.
Yeah, if it wasn't your birthday, but also
that's my
you're
question.
not the
If-
last one.
that doesn't make it better.
Sean's rationals are crazy.
Who cares if I was there right on time when we're still waiting for fucking that guy?
Number 2, the birthday plans for Ava falling through. They put, I was not responsible for planning this. Ava didn't even seem to want to do it. And number 3, Mel's hangout on Sunday. I told her how important our friendship is to me and asked why didn't she say anything to me about how she felt before it got to this point. I wanted her to know how I was feeling too, so I told her I was completely blindsided by this and felt betrayed. She responded that she was disappointed that instead of focusing on how she feels, I was making this about myself and how I felt betrayed. She also said she hoped I would figure out how she felt without her having to say anything and that I was crossing her boundaries by trying to speak to her in person. I ended the conversation by saying I will give her space and to let me know when she is ready to talk. I do struggle to be on time, especially when it's an event that does not have a firm start time. I know that can be frustrating, but it is something I have always struggled with. If Chris had told me how she felt, I would have tried even harder to be on time, but I never noticed any signs she was upset. I have done a lot for her. I have stayed with her for hours while she cried, followed her home when she didn't feel safe, given her handmade gifts that took hours, and dropped everything to meet up with her after work. She is ignoring all the ways I show I care deeply about the friendship. So am I the asshole for being chronically late, even though I show how much I care in plenty of other ways?
Nah.
What was number 2 again? Sorry, the number 2 reason.
The birthday plans for Ava falling through, and they put, I was not responsible for planning this. Ava didn't even seem to want to do it.
Okay.
And that's the only details on the Ava thing?
Yeah. I mean, based on those 3 things, probably not
Kinda
the
weak.
asshole. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's not, I mean, chronically late sounds like it's every single time. This was 3 times.
Yeah. If there was a bigger list of things, then maybe, like, you do have to put effort into friendships. Like,
But it sounds like she is. She's
No,
making
I
homemade
know.
gifts.
I'm
She's
saying, like,
following them home.
but like,
Sean's ready to defend all the late people.
Well, I
She
agree
did
with
nothing
Sean
wrong in my
on
eyes.
this. But I'm just saying, like, chronically late, like the title says, implies that you're late all the time, which implies that you're not putting in effort to be on time for things. But the reasons she gave you weren't very strong. So it's just like, is it just this one time and she's upset and trying to think of other reasons? Yeah, I don't know. based on what we have, not the asshole. If it comes up that you're late to every single dinner outing, yeah, you might be the asshole.
But these 3 instances, and one of them, again, she wasn't even the last. They would still have to wait.
Well,
And it was her birthday. That one doesn't count, in my opinion. Look, if we got to be somewhere and I'm 45 minutes late, but we're still waiting on fucking somebody else, I'm like, well, I could have got here 45 minutes ago. Why does it matter what time I came if we're still waiting on fucking what's his name?
I don't think that makes you a better friend. That just makes you a less bad friend.
Yeah, no, I'll take it where I take it.
I do agree with you on this case that I don't think OP is the asshole right now.
Yeah, I think like the examples that OP presented were kind of not assholey, but people on Reddit was like adamant that this person is a full-blown asshole. Well, one, a lot of the people are saying like, I don't like people who are always late to things.
Yeah, I can imagine this being a Reddit thing where people conflate it to everyone who's late.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you actually look at the 3 reasons that
it's not particularly strong.
They're not strong cases that she's chronically late. Because, that would piss me off too, but I'm trying not to conflate the 2 things, which is...
Right. And then people are just like...
I'm not pissed at all.
And
this
then
person
like
can do no wrong in my eyes.
And then people are like kind of dissecting just the way they worded things. Like Billy commented, OP themselves claim to be chronically late to things, so it's clearly a big issue. But the original situation, like how it kind of blew, I guess like the straw that broke the camel's back. OP communicated that, hey, I'm going to be in a tattoo appointment. I might be tired.
Yeah.
I might not be able to make it to the event. I think OP did a great job of communicating that, hey, I'll see. I can't give you anything because I don't know when this appointment's going to end. And 2, I might be tired. So which, as someone who has gotten tattoos, like, especially for those longer sessions, that shit takes a toll on you and you just want to take a nap afterwards.
Yeah. And I think that's a good thing that they gave them a heads up.
Yeah, yeah.
If they're doing that every single time, just like, oh, hey, I'm maybe gonna be tired later. It's like, okay, well, you have to put some effort into a friendship to show up.
Right.
But again, that's not the context we have. The context is one time and then
it's
2
3
other...
events that don't have hard set start times.
Yes.
Yes.
One was
if you say, hey, just come over around dinner, you're going to be mad at me that I'm late to something that's around dinner? I don't know, bitch. Tell me a time.
But if I'm like, hey... We got the second point, not a real thing. It's an imaginary event that wasn't planned for, so that's whatever. But yeah, if I'm like, hey, we got dinner plans at 6 and you show up at 6:45, I'm pissed.
Yeah. If there's a hard reservation or something like that, or like an activity or like a dinner, then yeah, you're the asshole. A fucking festival or a fucking hangout at someone's house that has no set time. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that part. As someone who is chronically early instead of chronically late, that's yeah. I get it. Like, I do understand like why people are kind of so hard on this, like, especially on Reddit. But like what Josh was saying, I feel like they're just conflating every situation to one. It's kind of projecting, based on the experience that you've had. But in this specific story, I don't think any of these people read the fucking story, and they're just like,
they read the title and got pissed.
Asshole. Yeah,
they do what we do at the beginning of each story and just go based on the title, asshole.
Yeah. All right, well, that is it for this week's episode. But before we close it off, boys, any closing remarks before we have our day tomorrow?
People going to the live show, check your emails once again just to make sure that you've seen the FAQ about the venue. Other than that, go to redditonwikishop.com if you want some merch. Rock our merch because we've got everything we've ever created up on the store right now, including some new versions of things because Sean has been going wild with it. So, go check that out. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That covers it.
All right. Well, that is it for this week's episode. Again, if you are attending tomorrow, we are so excited to see you. We're going to have a ton of fun. This is going to be hours of laughter and engaging with you all. And we can't wait to take pictures and meet y'all too. So we'll see you then. Be safe. And we will see you on Monday for a new episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Later.
Get therapy.